What is the theory of spontaneous human combustion?
All right, I have a great topic to start this off. Have you ever like taken a shower, you've gotten completely naked, and you taken a squat down, like full squat to the ground, where your ass is almost to the ground, and basically your asshole opens up a little bit, and have that air go through your asshole? It feels really weird.
Kevin has a loose butthole.
You know, Kevin,
It's only when I squat too.
I suppose I know the sensation you're speaking of, but it's because I sat down. I would never just squat.
No,
You know,
Chase, you mean your
I sat down in the shower. I wasn't,
Unmute your mic, Chase.
and I think it's
Well-
because I had a fucking wood thing coming out of my foot, and I had to sit down.
Well, I was taking a shower the other day, and I squat
Started
down
doing
because
squats. You
No,
got
I was
weights in
squatting.
there with you.
No, not at all. I wasn't doing my squats yet, but I squat down to because I was fucking with my laundry, and I felt like a good breeze up my butthole because I was like real low to the ground. It felt really weird. I did not feel comfortable, and I just had to bring it up because I just want to ask you guys if you guys have experienced this.
Said butthole breeze.
Say it again.
I said if we have had the butthole breeze.
Yeah, the butthole breeze.
Well, in my expert opinion, I have.
Thank
Okay.
you. I'm glad at least one of you guys have.
And I thought it felt good.
I don't like it.
That's some weird
Well-
white people shit is what that is.
You've never
No,
squat
no.
down and with your ass fully nude and felt the breeze go up your butthole?
No, because I've never squat down
Inside
fucking
or
butt ass
just-
naked. No.
Right.
Well, do
No,
that
I've
tonight
never-
and
just
see how it
touches
feels.
it.
No, I will not do
It
that.
touches it as it blows by.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
No, I
Yeah.
know of that. I was just making sure that Kevin wasn't saying air
Kevin said
in
his
the
asshole.
butthole.
No, he said his asshole opens up
Yeah,
when he squats down. He's talking about air getting in his
So-
ass, not
so
fucking
when you're
air
standing up-
rushing
Right,
by your
yeah.
ass.
So when
Never
you're
had
standing-
air inside of my asshole.
So
The
when
only time I've had air in my ass is when I'm releasing a fart, and air is in my ass and then coming out of my ass from a fart.
So my
Are you saying it's like a reverse fart, Kevin?
kind of.
Yes,
so when
His
I
asshole breathes. It's like
so when I'm standing up completely naked, my ass just feels like it normally is when it has clothes on. Like nothing. I don't feel anything near my asshole. Nothing. And then once I get that real low squat,
makes sense.
your asshole opens up, and I'm pretty sure it's scientifically proven that once you squat, your asshole opens up. But
Yeah.
once I go into that squat motion, I feel like air going up my butt, and I don't like it.
oh, so as you're squatting, the air is like
That, and plus when I'm low to the ground with my asshole wide open.
you know what? I don't know. You should experiment with this more and maybe
So
write a
when I'm in
scientific
hold on.
study about it.
Kevin can control.
When I'm in this
His how
when
far
I'm in
that
this
was.
position, like this,
Yeah,
the air is going
Kevin.
up my butthole.
Yeah, we all get what you mean. Why are you getting naked and squatting in your house in random places?
Say that first part again.
Why are you just squatting naked?
Well, first of all, I live by myself, so I can.
I know, but why? You couldn't
I was
bend
taking a shower.
over to grab your laundry?
I was taking a shower
Or
and
take a knee?
I squat
Or
down
take it-
because it was just a natural instinct for me. I don't know. I'd rather squat down.
I support Kevin squatting
Thank you.
while naked. Okay?
It's because
Yeah,
Chase likes fucking
every
watching
man
you.
needs to squat
fucking-
while naked. What, Michael?
It's because you like watching you.
What?
Am I not allowed to
Look,
say that? Is
man.
that too
Look,
derogatory?
Michael, don't get
I'm gonna
fresh
bleep
with
it out
me.
just to be
okay?
safe.
Look, you haven't felt the butthole breeze, and you haven't truly lived. So
Yeah, so
anything
fuck
you have
you.
to say is invalid.
No, I
Well,
actually
again-
100% disagree. I would have to say that because y'all have both experienced the butthole breeze, makes y'all have totally loose buttholes. And by watching Workaholics means y'all are gay. By definition.
I think Michael is compensating. He's felt the butthole breeze,
And he
and
likes it.
honestly, I think Michael enjoys the butthole breeze.
I think he does.
I'll shoot my asshole off my body before I enjoy the butthole breeze. Chase's
Your
phone died.
asshole's a hole. It can't be shot off the body.
It could be added to
The exterior of your
You
asshole.
can like fill it with cement or something, but you can't shoot it off. It's inside you.
No, false. The asshole, like the exterior of the asshole.
Yeah.
The part that's on the outside, you could shoot off.
I don't even know if you could shoot it off still, man. You could like get like a potato peeler or something. But
Chase, something happened to your camera.
I don't think he's even talking, dude.
Oh,
His phone died.
I hope not. He's still here. But I'm glad that Chase was agreed with me.
no, I told you, like, yeah, I experienced what you talked about, but I definitely didn't. It wasn't like inside my, like I felt.
Yeah, you just feel the breeze on your asshole.
Stretches after a shower, like that's not abnormal. So I like after my shower while still naked.
But no, you're saying you do stretches
Yeah,
after your shower?
I know the feeling you speak of, but again, there was no like air.
No, not air going up my asshole. Not like if you take a turkey baster and shove it up your ass and you're pumping air up your ass. No, not like that. I'm saying I feel the breeze on my bumhole. Like actually the hole.
The fact that Kevin knew the exact wording for that without any ums or anything
Turkey
just
baster?
goes to show that he's over here putting turkey
He's done
basters
this
up his
before.
ass to put air in his ass.
It was Thanksgiving yesterday. My mom asked me to use a turkey baster. I just remembered it.
Holy shit!
Holy shit. Oh my god. Now,
Kevin used the turkey baster in his ass. It is
Never
confirmed.
coming to
Video
Thanksgiving at
recording.
your house.
Yeah, don't.
Michael was there.
I did go there. Can't lie. I did, and I did have turkey. Wow, that's fucking even worse.
Welcome back, Chase.
What happened to you?
Thanks. I had some technical difficulties.
You got them all under control now?
Sure. Yeah, I got it reined in.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. I'm
So you got your hemorrhoid
plug
free
some
for your
wire.
herpes?
Okay.
What?
Emergency. Huh? Emergency corn dog.
Michael, you've been getting fresh with me a lot lately.
Corndog?
You're a
Okay.
bitch.
We'll come back to it, Jacob.
No. Look, this is between me and Michael. Everybody else, I'm sorry, this is not about you right now. Michael, you've been getting real fresh with me lately. So, playground, 3 o'clock, be there or be square. Okay?
I'll beat your ass again.
Maybe, but I thought you would admire my bravery.
No.
No,
Chase,
you don't admire my bravery.
Remember this. Let's remember this, all right? Black people aren't good at swimming. Last time I beat you in a fight, it was in a pool.
You could stand.
You're taller than me. Shut the
But
fuck
you
up.
could stand. So swimming doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Okay?
And didn't you just kind of like punch him a little unprompted?
No, he threw a couple punches at me and missed, and I punched him in the face once and broke his nose.
So basically what happened was I thought we were having sort of a gentleman's duel because in truth, I'm really like an upstanding friend and a great person. So I thought we were having a gentleman's duel, right? So I didn't really throw swings at Michael, right? I thought there was a mutual understanding that there wouldn't be a real fight.
You threw swings at me, expecting me not to swing back at you, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you?
As it turns out, Michael is a dirty fighter, and he punched me for real.
You're just an idiot.
No, I thought we were
punches at
having
me.
a gentleman's fight. And I guess not. Michael took it to a whole different level that I personally was not prepared for. If I knew that was the case, Michael wouldn't have an arm right now.
Chase, any fight, in any actual fight, you're never prepared because you're not ever ready for a real fight.
I rely on my charm and good looks and sexually appetizing body to get me out of situations.
Maybe you should rethink your situation, bud.
What?
Maybe you should rethink your situation and how you're gonna fight people in the future.
No, that's how I get out of situations.
I think you're straight up being honest just now. Someone's like, "Beat your ass," he's just gonna try and charm his way out of it.
Someone's gonna go, "I'm gonna beat your ass." He's like, "I bet you could." I don't doubt
They
it.
probably could. When I was 7, no, that's a lie. When I was 12, my 7-year-old cousin, who is a girl, beat me up. And that really messed with my self-esteem in fights. So I rely on other things now.
So
Is that
Yeah, my
okay with
sister
you,
used to beat
Michael?
me up all the time.
so Chase,
What?
what if a wave of 5 year let's say 7-year-olds came at you, Call of Duty zombie style,
How many?
how many waves do you think you can
How many are in a wave?
start
Yeah,
off?
how many are in a wave?
You
Yeah,
start
it's
off
like
with
incrementally.
you start with 5, and then you every round gains 3 more.
So the next question is: do they get increasingly harder to beat every round as well?
Well,
Every 5 rounds, yes. If you were to
Every
Can you
five
give
rounds.
me easier? Can you give me easier math than that? I don't want to do that
Yeah,
math.
just like what's the most amount of 12-year-olds you think you can beat at once?
Yeah, how many 12-year-olds can you beat up at once? Like if they all came at you.
12-year-olds.
Did I say 12-year-olds?
Is that what you
What are
said?
You
these-
just said 12.
Okay, well,
Just now.
What are these 12-year-olds' family circumstances? Have they had to grow up in rough homes? Are they
Mixed.
sort of preppy?
Mixed.
What?
Mixed.
Completely
Mixed?
random.
Yeah, there's fucking nerds in there, and there's like some like
jocks.
I guess hard 12-year-olds. I don't know if they exist, but
I think I could take 7 12-year-olds.
I think that's a fair. No, I think
At
that's
once?
a fair number for Chase.
At once?
Yeah. Yeah, I would stagger that. Here's
At
my
once?
thing. I've got some height, right? I would pick the smallest 12-year-old, okay? I would pick him up by his ankles and I'd swing him around and use him as a weapon against
I don't
the
think you're
other
strong
6.
enough to do that, Chase.
That's why I said the smallest one, Michael.
I
You were
still
not
don't-
listening to me.
No, I am listening. I still don't think you're strong enough to do that.
No, I'd pick the smallest. I'd pick the nerdy one, and I'd
nerdy
use him
one?
as a weapon against his friends. Yeah,
Okay.
But you'd
that's a
only beat up
solid
7
plan,
of
I
them?
think. What?
You'd only beat up 7 of them?
Yeah, including the nerdy one I picked up.
I was asked a similar question one time, and I think they were younger in the question. They were like 6-year-olds or like 8-year-olds or something.
Yeah, it was 5-year-olds.
We've asked this
5-year-olds.
question before.
Was it 5-year-olds? Okay. The difference between a 12-year-old and a 5-year-old is actually like mentally and physically quite a big
lot.
difference. I don't know if I could take on that many 12-year-olds because if they're like, is this a fight to the death fight or am I just
Yes.
like,
Fight to the
okay,
death.
yeah,
Or at least
Are
until they
weapons
can't
allowed?
move. Huh?
are weapons allowed? Like
And-
not like guns, but like
Yeah, wait,
Well,
where am I when this is
so,
happening? I'm assuming I don't have any weapons on me.
You start off at park, okay?
oh, well, there's like sticks and shit around.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No, we're fine with that. You're at the park and you start off there and they start coming at you and you can run but they'll chase you. You can get in a car and get away from them, but they'll always know where you're at and they'll always be coming at you until you kill them all 500.
But we
at
can
least.
leave the park and go
Yes.
get weapons.
What's up with these
Then I could
12-year-olds?
supposedly
I'm just
take
gonna go
on
get
an
some guns.
infinite amount of them, like you
Yeah, I'm
know.
getting guns and ammo. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
as long
Hopefully you
as
can get
I-
away. But
How do they
I
always know where
definitely
you
know
are?
I
What
can
kind of
run
fucking
faster than a 12-year-old.
government issue
You know what I'm doing?
12-year-olds are these?
I'm just gonna get in my truck and run them all over.
Like yeah, exactly. Like potentially, I could defeat all 12-year-olds.
okay.
If weapons are allowed.
Alternate question. $1 million, but you have a killer snail coming after you for the rest of your life. If he touches you, he kills you.
I'd run it over with a car.
No. He can't die, and you can't kill him.
Okay.
You never know where he is or anything. You don't, and he looks exactly like a normal snail. So it could be a normal snail. It could be him. But if he touches you, you die.
What if
And
you
Do
step
me
on
a
them?
favor, Kevin.
he doesn't
Look
die.
up.
You die.
Look up
Even if
how
you're wearing
long
shoes.
it takes. Hold on. Look up how long it takes a snail to go 1 mile. Like their mile per hour movement.
I think it's like a quarter mile
A quarter mile in an hour?
or less. Has to be less. A quarter mile is a lot in an hour.
Like you gotta remember, like it's a normal snail though, right? Kevin?
Yes.
It's like normal size. It's not like a giant snail.
No, it's just a regular snail.
I wouldn't take the money. Think about how that would ruin your life.
Surprise, Chase. Chase, you're always waiting for a moment for like your life to be an impending danger, but not really.
Yeah, but I just want it to happen and be done. Like, I want to be in the danger. I don't want to have to fear everything. Imagine
Well, only
you're out.
snails.
Imagine you're out on a date, and every time you see a snail, you go, and you're freaking out. And then, like, you can't be happy because you're always worried about snails. And you can't sit down to sleep because you're always worried about snails, or enjoy your life because a snail could be around any corner. It would ruin everything.
They travel
You know, I feel
approximately
like the
2
mile
miles
would
an
help
hour.
with that.
Or
How long in an
a
hour?
snail can go 2 miles in an hour. I can't do that. Well,
You can't?
maybe I could. I don't know.
You can. You can.
I've never tried.
Well, do you remember running miles in high school or middle school?
Yeah, running them, but I mean, like, just at a normal pace.
Well, Well,
I'm not
average
asking what
time-
its fastest speed is. I'm asking, like, at the rate that it normally moves, how long would it take a snail? Because, you know, snails gotta, like, they can't just
that's a
potentially
snake.
go forever.
I googled snake by accident.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
That's a different animal.
It's a different species.
Snails are kind of fast, too. Snakes are kind of fast.
They're very fast.
33.33
But you gotta, like,
hours.
incorporate like,
One mile
miles.
in 33 hours? It can't even do a mile
I have to,
in a
like,
day.
cross mountains and deserts and highways.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
take
be
about
traveling all over the place.
It would take the snail about 33 hours to travel 1 mile.
Yeah, that's so much more realistic. Yeah, I'd take the money. Because if
Yeah.
I moved, like, let's say I started, I'd wait till the snail literally got to me. Like, was, like, right over there. And then I'd just go to the airport and I'd fly to Maine. And I'd live in Maine until it could reach me.
But you don't know where the
But you
snail
don't
is.
know.
Or
But
don't
I
know
know
where
it
it
would
is.
take at least from Texas to Maine is like, I don't know, some 2,000 something miles almost.
It's like 27.
2,000, let's say 2,000 flat.
2,700 and something
Yeah, it's like,
miles.
yeah, it's like 2,000 flat. That's what I thought. I thought I remembered it being just under, but like it's like 2,000-ish. And times 33 is 66,000.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
approximately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 66,000 hours, which translates to like a couple months, I think.
Do snails even live that long?
Well, this snail doesn't
Well,
die.
this is an invincible snail. It doesn't die from age or exhaustion or guns or cars or.
And why is it chasing after me and not in like some government lab or something being studied?
Because if you
he wants
touch
$1
it,
million.
you die.
He wants
It
$1
what?
million.
If you touch it, you die.
Okay.
Also, that's the reason I think it wouldn't be in any.
And I understand that stipulation, but the government's not like, hey, we could learn about immortality or
The government
like
released it on
anything
you.
from the snail.
The government came to you was like, hey, we're testing this snail. We'll give you $1 million, but he's got to come after you for the rest of your life.
Assassin snail.
We're testing the snail. We're gonna unleash it on Al Qaeda and kill
I'm
them
just saying,
very,
if the government
very
was
slowly.
testing an immortal snail that killed people at the touch, would they really be just like? I don't think they'd let you know. They wouldn't like.
Just pick random people.
It's
Yeah,
a,
they
it's
just,
a
like,
secret
they just
undercover
release it in a
op.
city.
It's a secret
Huh?
undercover op that only Chase knows about, apparently.
They trusted the wrong goddamn one.
Chase is the
Why-
last person
I
I would
like-
trust any top
You know
secret
what? Hey,
information.
I would take the money and then I'd give it to the snail. I'd befriend the snail, and then it would be my personal assassin snail. They would do what I wanted.
I guess.
Righteous. Y'all are gonna be afraid of snails for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna have a friend assassin.
See, Kevin was gonna say, "Oh, you can't befriend the snail; it's a snail," and then he realized the snail is literally immortal, and that all rules with the snail were out the window. and he shut his goddamn mouth.
Yeah, shut your whore mouth, Karen.
Okay. Got another one. Emergency corn dog. You crack it like a not lightsaber, one of those glow sticks, and it heats up
Glow
instantly.
sticks?
You're telling me you have a corn dog that
Right.
snaps, makes a noise whenever you fucking bend the corn dog part or the wooden part?
Let's just say this is just an idea. You crack the corn dog, and you crack the corn dog, and it heats up, and you've got a hot corn dog all ready to go.
Kevin, can I ask you a question really quick?
Shoot.
What the hell are you putting?
Are
this
you
corn
giving
dog?
us podcast ideas or business ideas?
Both.
That corn dog idea is terrible because I bet whatever you put in there to make it heat up like that is gonna kill you.
Michael says that now, but if that corn dog was on the market, he'd be eating the shit out of it.
As of right now, I feel like if anybody animated
Yeah, no,
corn dog
it's
was
like fucking
if you bend this corn
uranium
dog, it's
pellet.
gonna heat up, and I'm like, nah, bro, I'll
Eating-
fucking die eating that corn dog.
People just be straight
Yeah,
up
you
eating
say that
radioactive corn dogs.
You eat
But
that
if you're
corn dog and it
walking
gets
through
hotter inside
Walmart,
of you.
You're walking through Walmart, you're in
melts
the
you from the
freezer
inside out.
section, and you look to your left, and there's a crackable, heatable corn dog. You buy it.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You crack it right there, and you eat it right there.
Hell no, I won't.
Yeah, no.
No, you say that now until
First
you're
of all,
cracking open fucking
that is stealing.
corn dog.
Would not eat a heatable corn dog.
Yeah,
It's
how
a
would you
buzz
stop
dog.
people from just stealing your product? Like, they could just open the box. I assume it's in, like, the freezer aisle. You just open up the box, put a
No,
bunch
they
of them
can't
in
be
your
frozen.
pocket. and
Oh,
leave.
no. Let's not freeze them, because if you freeze them, then you gotta wait longer. You gotta wait for it to fully defrost. I'd just have it like on the shelf.
It can
cold
instantly
section.
heat itself. I'm sure that would, like, we can figure out a way to deal with the frost.
Kevin,
Imagine
have you
how
done the
dangerous it would
science
be
on
if
this?
you had a box of them and you dropped them. They would heat up so hot it would be like a sun.
It'd be like a little explosion, you know?
This is how you break into fucking vaults. You just take a bag of fucking eatable corn dogs and you tape it to the door and you fucking
It just, like,
punch
melts the fucking metal.
it.
That's a good point. People would militarize corn dogs.
Yeah.
That's a danger.
Yeah, so
I
who's
think,
in
I
on this?
think the best thing about a corn dog, Kevin, is that you have to either make them yourself or you have to go to a place that sells them. I don't like the frozen ones, to be honest. So
I'll
I
tell
think,
you
like,
what.
you know,
Fucking the state fair has amazing corn dogs.
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, corn dogs are good because you only get them when fairs or, like, concerts or, like, events are happening.
Yeah.
You know? They're part of the ambiance, and I respect that. So, no, my answer is that's a terrible idea.
I think
Chase-
it's genius.
So
Sorry.
Chase, we're going in on this business idea?
There's no eat
Multi-trillion
things
dollar
that
business
that
idea?
come lukewarm out of the microwave, though, because he doesn't want to wait the extra 30 seconds for it.
No.
It's temptation.
I can't hear any negativity right now. I'm
See,
talking to Kevin. Kevin, we're going to make this business, and when it's an $18 billion business,
It's
Michael and Jacob
impossible.
can-
When you crack a hot dog, it's going to break
But-
into two pieces, and
Hold
one's
on.
going to be cold and one's going to be hot.
So
You're
we can
gonna
also
eat
sell.
those
This
fucking
can
words
save.
literally when we have a business going.
We can
No, the
save world
best
hunger.
part is that whenever this business does become a thing and you get a ton of lawsuits because people dying because your corn dogs don't stop heating up and burn them
fucking
from the inside out, then
Yeah,
you're
how
gonna
do you,
be
like-
fucking going to
No, no,
prison.
no.
So
No,
fuck
no, no.
you.
You're not look. I have a business partner to throw under the bus, and then I can flee to Mexico.
What?
No, you guys don't get in trouble.
You
I'm
gotta
out of this
understand.
business
You
idea.
gotta
This is all
understand
yours
how
now. Fuck
Chase's
you,
mind
Chase.
works.
That's
No,
business, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Chase is a
bro.
fucking weasel. Can't you tell by his facial hair?
You do have, like, standard, like, 1950s villain facial hair.
Yeah.
I'm growing my beard.
Ooh.
Good job.
You mean you growing your scruff?
Frozen, by the way.
I know.
So you can't speak because in our cube of existence, if you're frozen, you're literally frozen.
You can't talk. You're not allowed to talk.
Wait, am I frozen?
Yeah,
you're frozen.
just enable and disable your camera.
Motherfuck, dude.
You stop using your fucking phone.
Yeah,
Your
if you would have brought your
laptop.
computer to
He left both
up
of
to
his
Dallas.
laptops here. I was
I
like,
just forgot them. I forgot them.
Smooth
I was
brain.
actually kind of surprised. I was like, Chase didn't take either one with him.
Chase.
I forgot.
You know what smooth brain
What?
is, right?
Yes, Michael. I know
You
what
have
smooth
that.
brain is. I've just heard it from you.
You have a fucking.
You have
you have a fucking dumb lollipop brain.
Dum lollipop.
you
Dum
have
dum
you
or
have
gum
what?
gum.
No,
Dum Dum,
Yes?
you give me Gum Gum.
I give you gum gum?
You knew Dum Dum, you give me Gum Gum.
Gee, okay. You know what? I have no gum gum, sorry. And my name isn't Dum Dum. My name's Larry.
No, your name Dum Dum. Oh, you in trouble, Dum Dum. You better run from Attila the Hun Hun. See you later, Dum Dum.
you have what we in the scientific community call a cunt brain. It's when you're being a cunt, unmaliciously.
And you have this thing called a bitch, and it's called being a bitch. Bitch.
Why are you so
Boom,
grumpy all the
roasted.
time, Michael?
Why are you such a bitch, Chase?
Why are you so grumpy? What's going on with you?
What's going on with you?
What's going on with you?
What's going
You're
on with
being a
you?
meanie.
I've always been mean.
He's
And
always
you know
been an
that's
asshole.
true,
I
bitch.
can't argue. I guess I really can't argue with you there.
Did you guys
So-
know? I'm sorry, Chase, but did you guys know the Oval Office is not in the center of the main building?
It's also, I don't think, an oval.
No, I don't think it is either. But
They have a
it's
carpet that's an oval in there.
it's in the West Wing. West Wing, I think it's on the left. If you're looking at it straight, it's on the left side. There's like
Why
you
would
got the
you
main-
think it would be in the center of the building?
So you know when you think of the White House, you got the main white part of the White House. I thought it would be like right in there, right at the front, like right where all those big pillars are.
Why would they?
Why? That's the president's, like, that's the entrance. You think you just enter into the office that the president works in? You know they
No,
do, like,
you
tours
en-
and stuff, right?
You enter in on the base, and then I thought it was like on the second floor or like.
He wouldn't get any work done if all the tourists entered through his office.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't think that's where the tourists enter either.
They enter through the front door, I believe.
But I thought it would be like above, like I guess above the entrance.
Yeah.
But no, it's like in a completely side.
Yeah, there's
building.
like a bunch of windows on the west side of the building, and there's like another stair up to a different balcony where it's like its own separate area, which is pretty normal for offices. Usually they're off in one of the wings.
Yeah, and the main house is where he lives, the president lives. But like I always thought the Oval Office was in the big main. White
Is it
House.
because there's a dome on top?
I don't know. When I thought of the Oval Office, my mind went straight to like the big White House. Not, I actually didn't know there's a, I guess West Wing. I knew there's an East Wing, but it's crazy.
Well,
I had to Google it.
when you look at the building from the front, it goes in two directions. So I imagine if there's an east wing, there would be a west one.
I guess I didn't really think about it too much.
Yeah, I think I only know this because of the movie White House Down. I'm not an expert, but
I kind of knew this because of the directions that we were taught when we were children.
yeah.
North, east, south, and west.
White House Down, is that the one with Channing Tatum or the other one?
Yeah, no, it's that one.
It's the one with
They
Morgan
did make
Freeman in
like 3 White House invasion movies in like the
Yeah.
same year.
it? Mhm. It
I
got
thought
really
that was
popular.
weird during the
It
time.
was like White House Down, the Something Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen, yeah.
yeah.
That's the one with
And then I
Morgan
think-
Freeman. That's
And
the one
And then
with-
there's
Down,
another
yeah.
one with like Mark Wahlberg or some shit.
yeah, I think
Really?
so, yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. But I was obsessed with the other two, the one with Channing Tatum and Morgan Freeman.
I was not obsessed with them. I watched
I really
it in a
liked them.
hotel because there's not usually very many things to watch in a hotel. Remember, Chase? We watched it. We just... I think
The
that
White House movie?
yeah.
The one where the little girl got trapped in the thing, and then the guy had to go save her?
Yeah.
Hugh
That's the
Jackman's
one.
in one of them, right?
Hmm?
Hugh Jackman?
What about him?
Is he in one
No.
of them?
No.
He's the guy who played Wolverine, right?
Yeah, he is. He's actually one of my favorite actors. Yes. He's not in it.
Yeah, I'll admit he's a pretty good actor.
The only thing that
Lily-
the only reason that he's not perfect for the Wolverine role, like he's the best at the Wolverine role, and I don't think anybody could beat him. But the only reason he's not perfect is because in the comics, he's like 5'9", 5'10", and Hugh Jackman's 6'2", so it's nothing you can really change. But
Yeah.
that's the only actual reason. Like he's a great,
Well,
he does a
what's
great job
the-
doing.
What's the I'm trying to remember the what movie it was. It was like a big one, and my grandma like refused to watch it because she like read the books growing up and she like loved the story, but like, goddamn, what was it? I don't know, but like the main character was like 5'5", like his shortness was like a big part of the story, but the guy they cast for it was like 6'5", and they just wiped that whole like part of the. I can't remember what it was. It was like a pretty famous film.
Knock my fucking
Shit.
cup over again, bitch. Test me.
Chase,
You
do have
guys
a
see me
fan
hit
on
her
or
in the
something?
face with the cup?
What?
Chase, do you have a fan on or something?
No.
I do. You can
Well-
see it right there in the corner of my screen.
You're fine. Chase, I think, Chase, are you bumping into your phone?
No.
Stop it. Oh. Well, it looks like...
We can hear it. Does it slip every once in a while and you fix it?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
it
can
doesn't
just,
matter.
we can
Never
just
mind.
hear it when it does that.
Never mind.
It's
I'll
not
fix
it's
it.
not a loud sound. It's not disturbing anybody but Kevin.
Okay. I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice that it was making a sound.
Well, the entire time Jacob was talking, your box was lighting up. And it was... I
Oh.
noticed
Yeah,
it.
no, you can see it happen the whole time. Yeah. But it's
Okay.
no biggie.
So I was thinking today, because I helped Lily set up her Christmas tree. What if we got like 50 Christmas trees and put them in the living room? And then it would be like we're living in the woods.
Christmas trees are fucking expensive.
How much are real
Not if
real
you
Christmas
get them
trees?
yourself.
Well, if you go cut one down, yeah, but like you gotta buy a Christmas tree from like Home Depot or something, you're looking at spending over $100 if you ain't getting no bitch tree.
Like a 6 foot plus?
Like 5 foot plus. It's like $100
No,
more.
Holy shit.
I mean, you'd have to buy. You couldn't buy or you can get a real tree because it'd die in the living room. Like you'd have to.
No,
You'd have to get a fake tree.
You can get a real tree.
no, they make things to take care of that, Chase.
Chase.
That's
Why
how
do
we
you
do
think
real
people-
trees.
Chase,
People get
Jacob,
real trees.
we've seen Jacob have a real Christmas tree for like over a
You
month.
guys
Yeah,
are
I had
talking
to put
about
that
over
bitch
the
in, and that
holidays.
fucking sucked.
You guys are talking about over the holidays. I'm talking about the longevity of it. A
Well,
real
yeah, of
tree
course. You're
cannot
cutting
last.
down. Yeah, because you're cutting it down.
Yeah, so you gotta buy a fake tree because they don't die.
I don't know, dude. They are evergreens.
You don't have to buy a fake tree.
But that's because they have their
Fake trees are a
roots
lot
in the
cheaper.
ground.
Fake
Yeah.
trees are just as expensive as the real trees. You just buy them one time.
Exactly, so they're in theory cheaper.
Cheaper in the long run, but they don't smell good. They smell like shit.
Yeah, I
If you
personally
take
love
care
a
of
real
them.
tree. I
No.
get why people do fake ones.
Real
Especially
trees
here
are,
in Texas.
in my opinion, better.
I mean, I like the real trees, but they are a lot of fucking work. My dad got
They are
a
more
fucking
work.
13-foot goddamn tree one year. 13 feet.
I remember the one that we got from you last time, and it was like a 9-10 foot tree, and we burned that shit. That shit was fun. Burning
Yeah,
that tree. We
but-
tied Christmas. We fucking tied fireworks to it.
The water thing you put it in, the like stand that keeps
Mm-hmm.
it alive during the holidays, Chase, you like fill it with water so it continues to absorb water.
Yeah,
So
but
theoretically,
that's during the holidays,
but
right?
as long as you water
Well, we're
it
not
every
saying
day-
that obviously a cut down
Theoretically,
tree is
I think
gonna
it would
last
last.
forever. No
I
one's
mean, I
saying
don't think
that.
it lasts forever, but theoretically, I think it would last longer than just the couple weeks.
I'm not talking about Christmas though. I'm talking about as an interior design idea. You get a bunch of fake trees, okay? Like, a lot. And then you build like a little forest in your home.
It's a
If
terrible
I
idea.
wanted to live in the fucking forest, I would go do it for free without spending a fuck ton of money on a house and then a bunch of trees.
Yeah, but you get air conditioning. You have the other like rooms in the house that aren't the living room.
Why? Okay, Chase.
It's genius. I'm
No,
sorry. I've
Chase.
stumbled upon something. No,
No.
I've stumbled upon a
Chase,
great idea.
Wait
You
and
have
listen.
stumbled upon a stupid
Wait and
idea.
listen. If someone wants to fill a room with trees, they're more than welcome to. But nobody ever has because we all know it's a terrible idea. Especially
No, it's-
Because you can just go outside.
the living room. Just think about that word, living room. It's the room you spend
Yeah.
most of your time in. You don't fill it with, also fake trees would be pointless. There'd be no like nature to it at all. It'd just be a bunch of fucking plastic.
But you'd
It pissed me
feel
off
like
every
you were
time I
in
went
nature.
in. No, every time I went to that room, all I would think about was like, wow, this is a cheap imitation of nature, and it would piss me the fuck off. That's a terrible idea.
I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
No, it's
It's
I have
the
to
worst
agree with Jacob,
architectural
100%.
design idea or concept I've ever heard.
I have to agree with Jacob 100%. It is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
It's not the worst idea.
If you
I've
came
heard,
on Shark Tank and told me that, I would
Thank
spit in
you,
your
Kevin.
face.
but it is a bad idea.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I'd just be like, what's wrong with you? Leave.
Get the fuck out of here. That's what outside is for, bitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fugazi fugozi.
What?
I heard that once in New York. It was fucking hilarious.
I wouldn't doubt it. I bet someone said that shit.
I'll tell you what was really fucking cool. When me and Steven went up to see Chase, we were at that skate park and we were just smoking a blunt and we were looking at the skyline. That was fucking cool.
That's a nice skate park, right?
That's a fucking great smoking spot. Like, so super great.
Yeah, it is. It is. It like overlooks the city. It's really cool.
Yeah, you can see the entire. Because we were in New Jersey then, right? At that when we were at the skate park.
Yeah.
Because I know we were across the Hudson River, right? Or some river.
Yeah.
See, at least someone understands that.
Huh.
That crossing the Hudson River, that's considered New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
retarded.
well, no, I know that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's basically the same city. Like, if
Yeah.
you
It is.
think about
They
it.
both smell like shit and they have a lot of buildings
Yeah.
and a lot of shitty people
So,
in
And everybody's an asshole.
them. Yeah.
and you can get in between them in like 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
there's no real, like,
Wow, yeah, you can get in, but like literally, that's like the time it takes to cross the damn bridge, though. Or the
Every time we go underneath the river, every time we go underneath the river, under that, you know what I'm talking
The
about?
bridge?
No,
it's the
there's-
tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel.
tunnel.
Every time we go in there, I think I'm like, what happens? Because there was like so much traffic that you'd be stuck in there for a while. I'm like,
Oh.
what happens if
It's like a
something
fucking
bursts?
earthquake up there.
Yeah, it's just fucking poof. Everybody fucking drowns.
There was an earthquake on Long Island when I was a kid up there, long ass time ago. It was just like
Really?
it
That
was a tiny
surprises
one.
me. Earthquakes over there on the East Coast are pretty rare.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I didn't feel it, but I remember my mom and Ned
Oh,
calling
it
the
was
house.
one of those ones. One of those happens every goddamn hour. Though.
What?
One of the earthquakes that you can't feel, they're happening constantly. There's
No,
never
I-
not an earthquake going
I didn't.
on.
I was in the old house I was living in.
They don't do anything.
I was in the old
Take
house.
a shit.
I was
I'm
in
gonna
the
go
old
make a
house.
food baby. I'll be back.
I was in the house I was living in as a child, and my sister and I were home alone, and we were just sitting there watching TV, and all of a sudden, I get a call from my mom and dad. Hey, are you guys okay? How's the house? Blah blah blah. And we're like, we're fine. What's going on? They're like, there was just an earthquake. It was like a 4.5 or like a 3.5 or something. It was small.
A 4.5 is high. The scale goes to 5. Oh wait, no, it's 10. It's 10. Sorry.
Yeah, because I remember hearing it like a 7 point whatever. But
Or does
was
it go
like a
to 5? Chase, fact check me on this. 5 or 10?
the scale goes to 10.
Yeah, I know the scale goes up pretty high.
I mean, normally, like, I think you can feel a 5.
I don't theoretically know that there is a cap to the scale. It like measures the actual force exerted by the
Yeah,
like the number.
I think that's true. I think
So I
that's
don't
true.
think there's a limit to the number, but I don't think we've ever exceeded 5.
No, I remember hearing like a 7 point whatever.
No, we've had more than 5s, but
Okay.
I think that we've never exceeded like an 8 or a 9.
Maybe
But
that's
I think 10 is like catastrophic, but I think it
Yeah.
can go up to like an 11.
Yeah, I know. Like if it just reached that point, yeah, I guess it would.
But I think an 11 is like it would literally sink like LA or something.
It's coming, boys. Well, what's that one called? What's the fault along California?
The
There's
San
a couple.
Marianas
Andreas
Trench.
There's actually like 3 faults in California, and there is just a giant seismic doom waiting to
The
destroy
big
that
one
entire
is the
section.
San Andreas fault is the big one, I think.
Yeah,
That's
and then there's a couple other. I wouldn't even call them small ones because they're also pretty big.
Yeah.
And then there's a few out of the coast as well.
The biggest,
I honestly think that area is fucked.
the top 3 biggest earthquakes was a 9.5, a 9.2, and a 9.1.
Yeah. Okay.
Where?
Japan probably.
Wait. Before you say them, can we take a guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say, I think Japan's a good guess. I want to say Philippines.
Hold on.
You take your 3 and then I'll do my 3.
So, all right,
Okay, I want to say Philippines, Japan. We can overlap, I think. Philippines,
we can.
Japan, and Africa. I don't think there's a fault in Africa, but things suck there.
Yeah. Oh man, Africa's kind of an interesting choice. I wasn't really thinking of choosing it, but it could be an accurate choice. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go with like New Zealand, I guess, or like Australia, one of the two. Japan and California, because the San Francisco one was like really.
So the
big,
number 1 is Chile in 1960. It was the 9.5. Alaska was the 9.2. And do you guys? Was that? I think.
Just spell it.
No, I think that Would you remember No, this wasn't in Japan. This one was in India. The SUMATR.
Sumatra Admadan.
Yeah, islands.
Yeah.
Basically out of the
We
Indian
didn't get
Ocean.
any of them. I'm not surprised by the Alaska one because it is also part of the Ring of Fire. That's what I was aiming for. Was like that. But I guess South American coast is part of that too. I actually totally forgot about South America. I think
I did
Panama and like the Central American area, like Argentina and stuff like that, also used to have a lot of earthquakes.
I remember learning about the Chile one a while ago. And like
I know.
how bad
I'm surprised
it
the San Francisco one wasn't somewhere on the list because I remember learning about that one. It was supposed to be like terrible. Like everybody died. The city got destroyed.
It doesn't say how big it was, but the biggest one in San Francisco was in 1989. 63 people died, 3,800 people got injured, and over $6 billion in property damage.
Holy shit.
You know what the best part is?
It was a 6.9.
Jeff
Well, I guess-
Bezos has
I mean,
so
it's
much.
bad, not compared to a 9.
Yeah.
How much? What is Jeff Bezos' net worth? Isn't it like 163 billion or
No,
something?
it's in the 200 billions now.
All I gotta
400
say
billion.
is from all the shit that's going on, he's done nothing to benefit.
Oh, he's actually gone down. 185.
185.9 billion.
He was the first billionaire to hit 200. I remember that. Elon Musk has passed Bill Gates now.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to shit on Bill Gates. because he did a lot. But
he hasn't done much recently.
Elon Musk has kind of done more than him, so I would expect.
And also I think like 80% of Jeff Bezos's net worth is in Amazon, and if he were to try and like take that money out, more than half of it he would lose, because as soon as he would try and sell all those shares in Amazon, everyone would start selling, and the stock would plummet and the company would fail.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't say the company would fail, because here's the point. It's already gotten too big to reach the point of collapse. Even if it did collapse, there's still something that would continue in its place.
There'd have to be something major
it
going
would just
on
change
inside
names,
Amazon.
essentially, is all that would actually happen.
For Jeff Bezos to sell 100% of his shares in Amazon, there would have to be something going on majorly inside the company, where if something were to happen, like, the company would fall, if that makes sense. Like, if, like, whatever is
I get what you're saying.
on.
Like, but at the end of the day, the company is the largest global distributor of everything.
Yeah.
And to top it off, it also has its fucking toes or fingers or every goddamn
everything.
In everything. Like,
well,
they've entered every field now.
One thing I've learned about Amazon is that the main reason why they don't pay taxes is because they basically reinvest their money. Most of their profits they take as a company, they reinvest into other companies in the United States, and
that's what being a philanthropist is. An entrepreneur, that's what they do.
Yeah.
You build a company, you make money, then you put the money into another company, and you make that company better, and then it makes you more money.
Because
you take
they
that money and you do it to another company.
Well, exactly, because all Amazon is a distributor of other people's goods. So when they invest their money into other companies, they're just supporting their own company, because that company is going to use them to ship out all their shit.
Me and Kevin have actually kind of talked about it. I don't think Jeff Bezos did anything spectacular. I don't think he's special.
He didn't. He just has the biggest distribution company in the world. That's all he has.
Yeah, well, and
he definitely worked his ass off to get to.
Yeah, but everybody.
Well, I'm not saying he didn't bust his ass.
Kevin, everyone who owns a business works their ass off. Just some have a higher payout. That's all it is. Like, it's literally like, it wasn't necessary. Like,
it sounds like you guys are shitting on him.
Here's what he did. Here's what he did good. His business was failing because he was a book delivery website.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he started as. All he had on his site was books, and then he could have either given up on that business, or he did what he did, and he's like, well, we'll just deliver anything you want. We'll just go get it and bring it to you. And that's how Amazon came to be. And, it's good on him for not giving up. But again, that's what every successful business owner has done. He's not special or significant. That's my piece. It's like, fuck him.
He did it, but he did it differently than everyone else, and he did it better.
No, he didn't.
Then why is he more successful?
You want to know why?
Because
he did it cheaper than everybody else could, and more affordable for everybody else. That's why. If you can make it more affordable, more people are going to use it.
What'd you say, Michael?
If you can make it more affordable, more people are going to use it.
Well, not only more affordable, but more available as well. Literally, nobody wants to have to go spend a whole day going around a mall looking for something they need, and if they can't find it,
he's made people's lives more convenient, and people like that, and so they use his product over other people, and he did a smart move.
But progress isn't always good.
Huh?
Progress isn't always good. I don't think it's better for people to get anything they need right at their doorstep. It takes away a fundamental aspect of not always having what you need at your disposal. It's good to experience that sometimes. Not all the time. Obviously, with things like medicine and stuff like that for elderly who can't drive and all these other things that, yes, they're very good developments, but there's some shitty ones too. You can't act like it's all peaches and rainbows.
Oh, one more podcast talk. What's the point of middle names?
My mom, you don't have to have one. My mom doesn't have one.
I know, but like, why? I guess why do we have middle names? Because my friend and I went to Chick-fil-A earlier, and they were talking about it, and we both looked at each other. It was funny, but
Well, I think this is my best possible guess. It's not factual, but the dad was like, "We're gonna name him Dave," and the mom was like, "No, his name is gonna be Jack." And then they were like, "Well, let's just give him both, Dave, Jack, whatever." I think it was just to
Compromise.
Yeah, because there's some people with like fucking 5 names.
Yeah.
No, Jacob's 100% right.
No,
it's because
Jacob,
they couldn't decide between
Jacob,
giving their name.
You were basically right. They couldn't decide between giving their child their
My father
their family
has
name
been through
or their
4
saint
marriages.
name. But it was basically between their family name and their saint name.
Yeah.
And it was more in the Middle Ages when European time. But yeah, good job, Jacob. You got it pretty damn close.
You got a golden star.
It sounds like I got it right.
Yeah, I feel. Without being exact, yeah.
Free.
I'm still giving you the benefit of the doubt.
All right, I have a topic that me and Chase were discussing lately, and we need a neutral fact checker on this.
Okay.
What is the theory of spontaneous human combustion? All right, and
Don't wait. Before you say anything else, Jacob, don't input your theory, and I won't input mine.
what is
Let's see what
the theory of spontaneous human combustion? Just look it up. I don't know what it is either. So
C4.
Human spontaneous generation combustion. What are you look? Do we actually want to look up the theory, or we want to know what it is?
Just what is it? What is it? What happens?
what happens? Yes. What is happening when a human spontaneously combusts?
Well, there's no way.
External
Like, they don't
source of
actually
ignition.
just spontaneously.
Just wait, Michael. We know what logic is, and we don't really care about it right now.
There is an
Just-
external source of ignition, a match, a cigarette, or an electric spark that sets off a wick effect. So yeah, basically, just whenever you, like, if you're
An explosive combustion or explosive ignition. So does that mean they're like just are they actually like exploding, or are they just like really rapidly bursting into flames?
Neither.
Something else is causing them to explode.
Something else.
Well, no,
Like-
but I'm saying when that thing causes the person to spontaneously combust, are they bursting into flames really, really quickly, or are they actually like exploding, like guts and brains everywhere?
Like
Neither.
blowing apart.
Neither. It said explosive ignition. That is literally a
An
definition
external
of
source of ignition, a match, a cigarette, an electric spark sets off a wick, off the wick effect. By the evidence of it destroys by the fire. So basically, you won't explode, which I'm guessing Chase was saying. You would
Yes.
you would catch
You're
on
saying
fire.
you explode, and I was saying, well, when you combust, you burst into flames. So,
Correct.
and he
Jacob's
was saying, so basically, our disagreement was he was saying that you explode when you spontaneously combust, and I was like, well, if that's the case, the whole theory is wrong because they named it spontaneous combustion. If that was the case, they would have named it spontaneous exploding, which is just regular
and
exploding.
I agree that just exploding is not combustion, but I was under the impression that when you spontaneously combusted, what they really meant was that you exploded.
I think if that's what they meant, they would have said that.
Yeah, that was my point.
So yeah,
Well, I thought they were just using a fucking big word for it because it's not a proven thing.
So you mean somebody else stupid said
Look
it?
up the theory of it now, as opposed to what it actually is, because we know, like, they're saying what they just looked up is like if you got electrocuted by like a thing, or like dropped a cigarette
there's a-
in the pool of gasoline, like
There's a theory that you can spontaneously combust, like out of nowhere. You'll just
Like out of nowhere, like the sun just vaporized you, or combusted
so
you.
Well, yeah, it's like saying a flame ignites itself when a flame would have to exist in order to ignite itself, which is also impossible. Because the flame
No,
would
it's
have
not.
to
I mean, it's not
exist.
impossible. Fire is a natural phenomenon. The sun can light things on fire.
No, but like saying that the fire started its own fire, like not. I'm like saying
Well,
that.
yeah, I mean, fire
Yeah.
cannot just start. Something
Exactly.
has to start it, but it doesn't have to be a person.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying,
Yeah.
yeah, fire would not start its own self.
Yeah, well, that's chemistry though. That's not really like or physics. It's not really like. Is there just a random spontaneous combustion theory?
Apparently people just randomly catch on fire. There's
Bet.
no explanation for it.
Let's look into that. Do they explode or do they
don't
just randomly?
No, they typically don't explode. They just catch on fire. It's like if you would pour gasoline on
you
you,
said
you would catch on
typically
fire
don't
and die.
explode.
And typically these people die.
You said typically don't explode.
Which means there are cases of exploding people, or there is just no evidence of that.
Yeah, it's called
There's no
suicide
evidence.
bombers.
There's no evidence.
All right. So not
and there's
typically.
no evidence to even support that
Consistently.
like it goes. Typically, the story goes that there's no obvious source of ignition.
Indubitably, if you will. I always look for a chance to use that word.
Burn themselves to begin in the chest and stomach areas, leaving them. Yeah. Yes, basically starts at their chest.
Starts with their what?
Some cases it starts around the chest area and it like expands and the hands are left least burnt versus like the chest. Some people claim that the furniture and floors underneath the surrounding of the victims remain mysteriously unburned. Dude, this website's really weird. How it's like,
It's a
it's lifescience.com.
spontaneous human combustion website.
Only about a dozen people have claimed the where spontaneous human combustion. Okay, so only about a dozen people have actually claimed.
Who have witnessed, or just that it happened?
Experienced, I guess.
Experience, like they survived it. Yeah, I don't think you can. If you just randomly lit on fire from inside your body, I don't see how you could survive it.
Yeah. It would have to be experienced. Or like watch someone like.
Yeah. You would have had to have seen it, like just scrolling down the street, you know, la-di-da-di-da, and then you look to your left and a dude just like went up, you know?
I'd call him the Human Torch from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like that. Exactly like that. That's what I was thinking.
Why didn't it? Honestly, by the way this article is talking about it, it sounds like people were next to a fire and then they died. There's a Wikipedia page. Holy shit.
Wikipedia page for everything.
There's apparently scientific investigations on this. Holy shit.
Yeah,
when someone claims a person just randomly burst into flames, you gotta look into it. You know? Like, you can't just completely... Maybe, like, the first 2 times, but by the 12th one, you're like, all right, we'll look into it.
That was like one of my biggest fears for a while, was to just like randomly burst into flames.
It sounds like it's pretty, like, you know... It's a select group of people that spontaneously combust. They must have done something.
I don't know, man. One of my biggest fears when I was younger was quicksand.
There used to be so, and they built it while I was in middle school, or I guess like my first year of high school. But that neighborhood behind my neighborhood, it used to just be a big field of like dry, rocky, like almost like a salt flat, and it was just sheer white like rock or whatever. And there was a quicksand like area. You used to throw rocks in it, and they'd sink.
This one British chemist, Dr. John Emsley, Emsley.
It's a name, so it doesn't matter how it's pronounced.
He basically says it's the production of pyrophytic liquid, some kind of chemicals in your gut, basically. Your body just makes too much of it, and then you spontaneously combust.
Weird. Does it have to like come into contact with like some other chemical in your body, or does enough of just that chemical just randomly burst into flames?
It basically mixes with the hydrogen and methane gases in your gut.
Okay.
Which would explain.
So people who basically just had a lot of methane and a lot of pyro, whatever, they are standing next to a fire and then they farted and then they blew up.
This is why you don't hold in your farts. Because if you hold them in for too long, you can make a mega fart and catch on fire.
That's the message of this episode, people, is don't hold in your farts. Let it out.
Or you get Chinese eyes.
Fuck being polite or any of that shit. You don't want to spontaneously combust. All right.
Apparently, Wikipedia says that most people who spontaneously combust are elderly women. And they're chronic alcoholics.
The alcohol probably just made things worse, honestly. 'Cause that's flammable.
The hands and feet usually fall off.
Their feet fall off?
Hands and feet.
Their extremities.
Bummer. Like before or after the fire?
During.
I think after.
Well, after. Okay. I thought you meant like 12 women who were alcoholics and didn't have feet and or hands were like the people that were bursting into flames. Like they had like met some weird criteria, you know, they hit the XYB down up thing and it
fucking Mortal
Kombat into flames.
Fatality.
Yeah, like, you know.
Fucking,
they did it to themselves.
They're fighting an invisible scorpion over here.
This is really weird how this is actually a thing. I would have never guessed.
I'm glad how much it's like blown Kevin's mind.
It for some reason is. Like, it's really weird to think about that some people actually like randomly I'm on fire! Ah! And then they die. Like,
well, but yeah, don't believe everything you read on the internet. It is still only 12 supposed cases.
Or like a couple of them.
Doubt.
But by
how many of these people do you think were just like doused in like or force fed gasoline, and then the people who witnessed it are actually psychopathic murderers? You know?
Probably. I know a lot of people like have, at least from what I've watched on Criminal Minds, a lot of people.
That's a great source.
On fire. Hey, I feel like it's relatively accurate because a lot of people are crazy.
So apparently,
a lot of people are crazy, but I feel like we would see on the news more if people were being force-fed gasoline and lit on fire.
Yeah.
Apparently, this British journalist named Gavin Thurston, I think, wrote in 1938 about this, and he was saying that it happened more about 300 years ago, more around like the 1800s. Or is that 17 to 1800s? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Weird shit happened back then, dude.
The idea and the term spontaneous human combustion were both first proposed in 1746 by Paul Rowley in the article published in the something. Yeah.
Did you hear about the people, Kevin? Did you hear about the people that spontaneously started dancing and then they danced themselves to death?
No.
Google that. So it's quiet, so I'm just going to explain what I think it is before Kevin finds it. I think these people are like hanging out, and then they just all started dancing, and then they danced until they like died. Like their bodies couldn't move anymore, and they just died. From like
I think there's like a psychopathic hypnotist.
Chase,
Like,
do you know about the dancing plague of 1518?
I don't, Kevin. Tell me about it.
God damn it.
The dancing plague of 1518 was the event that caused more than 400 people to dance in the streets of Strasbourg, France for 2 months, leading to the deaths of dozens of people. This really happened.
Reality is
I told
fucking
you.
off the goddamn charts. Why is that not part of goddamn history in school?
I told you,
Over
bro.
100 people just spontaneously danced until they died. That's like
Basically,
real history.
I'm on the History Channel's website right now, and they basically, the women came out to the streets and started to slightly twist, twirl, and shake. She kept up her solo dance-a-thon for nearly a week. Oh, and I guess this was a woman. She began for about a week, and more people started to join. By August, the dance epidemic
you stop. No, you stop first. No, you stop first.
has claimed over 400 victims. With
I wonder if that's all it is. Okay, so there's a theory about the. Have you ever heard of the like? I forget what it's called, but in an elevator, they had like a random person get in, and all the other people in the elevator. There's like 6 other people or something. They were all facing the wrong direction in the elevator. They're like facing the back wall.
I've seen that shit.
And then so people will just to fit in with the group, they'll turn and face the back wall. I think it could totally be the same effect, especially in the 1500s when nobody really had any conceptual knowledge of psychology or anything like that. I definitely think that is possible. That a bunch of people just like joined in because they thought that's what they were supposed to be doing at the time or whatever, and they just didn't stop because nobody else stopped, and then they started dying. And people were like, all right, maybe we should stop.
If we went back in time, we'd be so smart.
but we would also be dumb as hell. Do you know how to?
We wouldn't have any actual smart, but we would have so many.
You don't know.
We would be smart as in the
Idiocracy?
future, but we would be dumb as hell as in to survive. Would you be
Have you
able to
ever
go
seen
back into
Idiocracy?
1500s? Huh?
Have you ever seen Idiocracy?
I've seen that on Hulu a couple times. I was like, nah, this doesn't seem interesting.
It's
and
hilarious. It's one of my favorite movies.
I saw it on TikTok, a clip of it the other day, and apparently he's like the smartest guy in
Well, he was
25,
like
30.
completely average in our generation. Like 70s on all his tests, his physical, and like all this other stuff. Everything was average about him. He was like the most average person possible. And then they like cryo froze him for too long, and he came out like 1,000 years later or some shit. And like everyone was dumb as fucking rocks. They like water the crops with Gatorade. Huh?
Who's the black actor? Someone Cruz.
Jamie
Big
Foxx is president.
Terry Crews. I knew someone.
Terry
Crews
Crews,
is in
right?
it.
Not Jamie Foxx. Terry Crews is president.
Yeah, I saw the trailer the other day because I saw the clip on TikTok. It looks really
No,
interesting.
it's hilarious. You should watch it. It's a good movie. Television shows are literally like he burst into someone's house on accident, and the dude was just in there sitting in his chair, and the TV he was watching was literally just a video of an ass, just the ass farting, and he was laughing his ass off, having a grand old time. It's hilarious. I love that movie actually.
Well, I definitely want to check it out because it did seem interesting.
Yeah, and they think he's a genius. By the way, like that's the caveat.
But he's not actually.
Like, he's literally the smartest person in the world 1,000 years from when he was born. So, Chase and Lily both haven't seen it, and I was really surprised by that, especially Chase. I thought Chase would have.
It's on Hulu.
I've never even heard of it.
They used to play it on Comedy Central like all the time.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
but it's on Hulu.
All right.
Michael.
He's not
It
falling
looked like
asleep.
you were sleeping.
Yeah, it does look like he's sleeping on the camera, but he's not.
Okay.
Kevin, what are we at?
116.
Want to cut it?
And that's
Sure.
a wrap.
That's a wrap.
All right.
All right.
We're done.